Hi everybody, welcome back to Sports Card Connections, and we're here with another video for the 1990s signed cards project and contest that's going on YouTube. And this card I showed last time, you may recall if you watched my last video, Max Venable, and I said, oh, he kept the Japanese card I sent him. Too bad, because this is a 1981 top, so that doesn't count, but if I had turned it over, it was stuck so perfectly behind there. I didn't see it till after the video, so it is another point for the contest. He did sign a 1992 BBM card with the Chiba Lotte Marines. So there's that one. I did get it back, just was too dense to turn it over. Okay, so now we're going to go with this week's returns. I've already cut them open, save time, but I don't know who it is. This one's coming from South Suburban, Illinois. And we got Ron Kittle. Actually, I did know it's Kittle because, as many of you who've gotten Kittle know, he stamps the back of your envelope with his website. So as a 1990 Fleer, Ron Kittle. Right there. Next one, coming from Hartford, Connecticut. And that is, Matt Marullo. Okay, so for Matt Marullo, we should have two cards. Yep. 90 Fleer with the White Sox, and then with the Birmingham Barons. Minor league card, as his grandpa played for the Cubs in the 40s. And Lenny Marullo. Okay, fantastic. Next, coming from Phoenix, Arizona, is, Jim Schellenbach. Okay, so Schellenbach, we have I got two. There's a 74 Topps, pitching for the Rangers, and a 1990 minor league card as the pitching coach for the Portland Beavers. Fantastic. Okay, Schellenbach. Next is from Billings, Montana. We got Bob Kudelski of the Kings, 1990 Pro Set. There we go. Okay. And next, coming again, Illinois. This one is, Mike Huff. I should have two cards of Huff. And he signed them both. 92 with the White Sox, 90 at Albuquerque. At 92 Topps, great card. All right. Next up, Carroll Stream, Illinois. And we got Steve Stanisek with the Rochester Red Wings, 1990. Doesn't want to focus. Okay, great autograph from Stanisek. Champaign, Illinois is next. And, great, Japanese card of Guy Hoffman. Pitching with the Blue Waves. Blue Wave. Okay. And then we should have a Major League card, yes, with the Reds. To Jeff, best luck always, fantastic, good luck always, great. So we got Hoffman in Japan and the Major Leagues, 1988, 1991. All right. Next is from the Detroit area. Hey, we got Bruce Fields. Here he is with the Tacoma Tigers, AAA for the Athletics, 1990. Okay. Coming from local here in Orange County, who do we get? It's Dennis Powell. All right, we got a 1990 with the Mariners. There we go. Okay, Powell put his uniform number on there. And we go up to Portland, Oregon. Portland, I got my note back. Another Japanese, Scott Anderson, which is, it's upside down. I sent him his 91 and 92 cards with the Chunichi Dragons, and he signed them both. There we go. It's also with the Royals in the Major Leagues. Okay. All right, coming from San Antonio, Texas, Jim Acker of the Blue Jays on a 91 Donruss. which got stuck in there sideways. There we go. Okay. Jim Acker, that's another point. And from Phoenix, we have Bill Swift. 90 Fleer with the Mariners. Okay. He's a very, very good signer, Bill Swift is. Raleigh, North Carolina is next. Hey, we got Butch Davis at Albuquerque. 1990. There we go. I love getting the minor league ones done. Okay, from again Phoenix, and that's Rich Yett of the Indians. 1990 Fleer. All right. From Los Angeles, Rob Blake, one of the all-time great Kings. There he is, great defenseman. 1990 Pro Set. Okay, as you can tell, the Kings are my hockey team. Coming from, where is it? Miami. Oh, we got Mike Rockford. Now, he did play in Japan. I don't have a card of him there, but there he is at Pawtucket, AAA for the Red Sox. But he did pitch in Japan as well. Okay, Rockford, good. Next, Atlanta metro area. So coming from Georgia. Oh, great, Terrell Wade. Got him on this. It actually doesn't show good with there we go. It's this fancy schmancy, shiny. When he was just coming up with the Braves. Top prospect card. 1994. Bad time to come up when you had the strike that year. But great, he got Terrell Wade from the Dallas area. Another minor there. Oh, Joe Redfield at Denver. Very nice shot. Denver had an unusual color scheme, the blue and green. Of course, when the Rockies came in 1993, they went with black and purple. And we go to Charlotte, North Carolina. And we have Dave Cochran. There he is with the Calgary Cannons, Pacific Coast League. Of course, he played with the Mariners, but I'd only sent the minor league card. So we got Cochran. Then we got, coming back from Memphis, another minor league card. It is Laddie Renfro of the Iowa Cubs. Of course, he was on the Major League Cubs as well. He put his uniform number on there. So, Laddie Renfro, unusual name. Glad to get him. Richmond, Virginia is next. And Mike Christopher, former Dodgers and Indians pitcher. There he is at Albuquerque. I think that's just before he first came to the major leagues. Back to the Detroit area. And Brad Jones of the Kings. 1992 Upper Deck. Home game against Vancouver there. Brad Jones, number 47. Oh, that's great. From Reno, Nevada, with Yogi on the stamp. Another Angels Mother's Cookie, catcher Ron Tingly. That's fantastic. Mother's Cookies were just great cards. They did only the West Coast and then the Astros and Rangers teams. And, but man, those are some really great sets done throughout the 80s and 90s. Team sets released at the stadiums only. And so they did the Mariners, Giants, Athletics, Angels, Dodgers, Padres, Rangers, Astros. I don't think I'm missing anybody. But got Tingly. That's my second Angels. And that is actually he's at the 93 set. Yes, it is. 1993 Mother's Cookies. And finally, one from El Paso, Texas. We got back Mark Wassinger. There he was at Columbus, AAA for the Yankees. I think he played for the Giants and the Tigers. Had he been up yet? Yes, he'd already been up with the Giants in '87, as you can see on there. Anyways, Wassinger, that's the last one for the contest we've gotten back. So those all should help. I think that's 25. For the, and then I've been showing some of my older signed cards. So we'll show a few more this time. Starting off with a 68 Ted Abernathy. Now, Abernathy is how I learned about the submarine pitch. He threw the submarine pitch. He was pitched into his 40s because, of course, when you throw sidearm underhand, it throws a lot less stress on your shoulder and elbow. And he kept pitching into his 40s. Great relief pitcher. There he is in 68. Then one of my all-time favorite players, Manny Mota. Manny signs for everybody. There he is on the 68 with the Pirates. And I only recently said, well, I got to get one of them on the Dodgers. And there's an 81 Donruss taken at Wrigley Field. They don't want to focus. But Manny, as you can see, his autograph has not changed. One of those was the 68 was signed in the 1980s. The Donruss was signed a month ago. I love listening to his son Jose on the Angels broadcast. He does a great job. Next, Jerry Stevenson for the Red Sox. He also was briefly with the Dodgers. His dad was a scout, I believe, with the Dodgers. And there he is in 68. A lot of Red Sox pictures you will see from spring training in the mid to late 60s cards. You'll see this orange dome thing in the background. I've never heard an explanation what that is or was. But I think the Red Sox trained in Winter Haven, Florida. Anyways, that makes for an interesting background. Here's a Hall of Famer managing the Cardinals and Red Schoendienst. Red was always a great signer and only passed away a couple of years ago in his 90s. Great second baseman, and then managed the Cardinals from 65 through the late 70s. Another old-time player, I got him about 5 months ago, Bill Verdon, when he was managing the Astros in 78, and of course picture of him with the Pirates playing the outfield on the left there, that based on the uniform, that's about 1956, 57. And Bill Verdon just died last week. And he was a great, great signer. Right up until the end of his life, he was still signing through the mail for anybody. Another Hall of Famer I got through the mail, the great Al Kaline. Of course, 68 was the only world championship, the only pennant winner he was ever on. In all his years with the Tigers. And that year they won it in 7 games. Kaline, one of the nicest superstars in baseball. And really underrated. Just because, he was not in a media center. But Kaline was just a fantastic player. Here's a hockey return, a 1970 Topps Tim Ecclestone with the Blues. Ecclestone became a restaurateur after retiring and lives in the Atlanta area because he played with the Atlanta Flames before they moved to Calgary. And I got this one just earlier this year on a 70 Topps. Another 68 Tiger World Champion, Mickey Stanley, spent his whole career with the Tigers outfield, and they moved him into shortstop for the World Series because Ray Oyler, who had a great glove, just couldn't hit. Ray Oyler always hit just 190 to 200, no power. But they put Stanley at shortstop for the 68 series. He's very, very versatile. Another great shortstop was Gene Alley. Injuries kind of curtailed his career in the early 70s. Whole career with the Pirates, 71 world champions. There he is in the 68 card. National League starting shortstop in the All-Star game in 67. That picture taken at Shea Stadium in New York. I never got Phil Niekro on the 68, but I did get Joe. And, of course, both threw the knuckleball. There he is as a Cubs pitcher when he had first come up, very young, pitched all the way through the late 80s. Here's a football return, great autograph, center Bob Demarco, Cardinals, Browns, Dolphins. It's on the 72 world champion Dolphins. the undefeated team. There he is in 1970 with the Cardinals. And he had a great autograph. There we go, a little better focus. Steve Keeley came up with the Angels, went to the White Sox in a big trade they made. Just got this one back earlier this year on a 72 Topps. Starting pitcher, he could also relieve. Guy who took a long time to make the majors, Ed Charles. Ed was extremely popular. And there he is on a 68 Topps high number, 7th series card. Of course, he was on the 69 World Champion Mets. That was his last year. He didn't make the majors till 62 with the Athletics, made the rookie all-star team, traded to the Mets mid-67. He had spent a long time, since the early 50s, about 10 years or so in the minors before he finally made it. Extremely popular. Mets fans loved Ed Charles. Actually pulled this out of a pack. When Bobby Valentine was managing the Chibalote Marines, he signed, I think it's 50 cards. And my friend in Japan sent me a pack of the Marines team pack. There we go. Congratulations. And it should have, it's numbered on there somewhere. Oh, 54 out of 56. And these BBM does a set, of course, for all of the teams, and they also do individual sets for each team that has different design than the regular issued set, and are sold in packs as well, so you can kind of collect all teams twice. This is from the Marines team issue of 2004, and as there are only 56 of these, and I pulled it right out of the only pack he gave me. My friend sent it over, and it was in there. I couldn't believe it. Bobby Valentine, if you write to him, usually he's a 1 per request. I have seen somebody get 2 cards signed by him at once, but generally he's a 1. Another Hall of Famer, Dick Williams. He would always send a lot of stuff out. When I sent this to him, he also sent me a postcard when he was managing the Padres, and I think another black and white photo. Anyways, there he is, 68. Manager of the Red Sox, of course, when they had their surprising and shocking pennant win of 1967, he was the manager. And then, of course, he managed the Athletics, 2 straight world championships, and then quit because he and Charles Finley, the owner, couldn't stand each other. Went on after that to manage the Angels, the Expos, the Padres, the Mariners. Here we have a 72 football of Jeff Queen. Interesting about this card, he sent a little note back with it, if it's going to focus, and said, "Hey, good name. Use it well." We're both Jeffs. So this is his only Topps card, 1972 with the Chargers, and apparently is not going to focus. In, out, try all the tricks. He signed in ballpoint, so it's harder to see if it doesn't focus, which apparently it's just not going to. But Queen, I believe he does appear in the 72 Sunoco stamp set, but there he is on his only Topps card. Another 68, one of my favorite 68s, Tommy McCrraw, light ballpoint signature, but he's always been a good signer, but he actually sent me back a 67 Topps, and I sent him another 68 and said, "You sent me the wrong card," and I returned the other one. He said, "Well, I don't know who that goes to, so here, I'll sign your 68, and he sent me back the 67 as well. So I ended up with 2 cards, because he didn't know he had switched them up with somebody else's request. Roger Repos, also a 7th Series card. Took me forever to get Repos. Had an address in Bellingham, Washington, where he's from, but he hadn't lived there. He lives here in Fullerton, California. And I finally got a good address for him, and he signed this for me a little while ago, probably over the summer. Would like to get some Japanese cards signed from him, but didn't have any doubles. And finally, for this video, we'll close out with Yankees reliever Doyle Womack. Really nice card, 68. He has got a great signature, and picture taken at Yankee Stadium. So that's it for this time. We should have more returns this week, hopefully. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.